Okay, so I accidentally apparently didn't click live. So let me do another quick little run through because I just noticed it still said go live in the corner. So for those of you watching the replay, obviously we have Mr. Chad from A Gentleman's Journey here. We were just chatting it up, and apparently I had forgot to press go live. So we are actually officially live now. And Atkinson's, it's a brand I've never tried anything. Chad's really been wanting me to try it. He sent me a few samples. We actually have 5 different fragrances that I'm going to try for the first time, and I just happen to have a gentleman that's educated on these fragrances on side of me. And
I wouldn't say I'm totally educated now.
Compared to me, I have no knowledge of the brand whatsoever as far as the scent profiles, the qualities, and the inspirations for some of the names and so on, which I would assume you at least know a little bit about that. Is that fair to say?
Sure, yes. I'm just turning off my phone so nobody texts me, so I don't want to.
No worries. I put mine on silent as well.
I just had to let the wife know that I'm on stream now. So
yeah, no worries. So all right, so let's jump right into this one with 24 Old Bond Street. So I haven't looked at notes for any of these. I haven't gone over anything. I want to be completely blind.
I think I'm missing a bag of samples.
So this is a nice solid 2 ml right here.
So yes, I got 8 bottles of Atkinson's. That's how much I enjoy the brand. So like all the bottles are all the same shape. Mm-hmm. This is the original 24 Bond Street. So what you're smelling is a flanker.
This is something different about it. It's got an olfactive profile that I'm not familiar with, so it doesn't strike me as similar to anything right off the get, so that's a good thing. I'm getting a bit of an herbal green quality right off the top. I'm not sure what the note breakdown is, like I said prior, but it's got a bit of an herbaceous quality to it. Is there anything earthy green, herbal green in the notes?
I'll pull up the notes to be honest, like because I don't have that one in my collection. And I think, and my sample is in my shoebox.
I'm getting a lot of greenery here from this one. It's fresh, it's juicy, but it's very green. There's something I don't really recognize that's standing out to me. It's very, very prominent.
It might be the black tea. I don't know. So
that might be what it is.
That one has juniper berries. It's got cardamom, the whiskey note, which is very prominent.
Yeah, because it's given that kind of sweetness to it.
Yes. So, and that whiskey note is in this one here as well. The original.
But that's making for an interesting accord that I've never smelled before. I'm guessing, now that you told me what some of these notes are, the whiskey and the black tea is probably making this interesting smell that I'm getting up top. It's unlike anything else I've tried before.
There's also ambergris, musk, and cedar to it. I find that this one, it would probably be the most sophisticated of the 24 bonds, the 24 Old Bond Street.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't strike me as a t-shirt fragrance. I'll tell you that. The sophistication, I get what you're saying here. It's got a little bit of a class, a little bit of an upscale appeal to it.
Yeah, some of them are pretty, like, some of these are really sophisticated, while some of them are more casual. Like this one could be casual and sophisticated. Like when I did my review of this one, like a lot of people just gave it a thumbs down because I did my snob impersonation.
Oh yeah, Chadwick Von Snobbery.
Yeah, so a lot of people.
This whiskey accord here is coming out more and more as it settles down on this, because you know how it is on the paper; it dries a lot faster.
And that's why I wanted to give you 2 samples of that one, because I really
this is
enjoyed
good.
it enough that I might get a bottle if the price is just right.
I think we're starting hot out the gate here with this one, because this is hard to stop smelling and move on.
Okay.
This is really, really good.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Okay. I see where you're coming from now. Because for those of you watching don't know, he actually sent me 2 of them. This is another one, and I was like, I wonder why I got doubles of it. Now I know why. It's just that damn good. He wanted to make sure I had plenty.
The other one might not. Well, actually, no. You might like it because you like a certain Ferragamo fragrance.
Oh, is it similar to Aqua Essentiale Blue? Is that what you're trying to tell me here?
Kind of, sorta.
So he's referring to Lavender on the Rocks here.
Yeah. So I have a sample of that one as well, because Lavender is not one of my favorite notes.
I'm excited now. If you're telling me it's kind of similar to that, and I know the quality is going to be better.
So I did a review of this one with Rush initially.
Mm-hmm.
So you and I were going to be doing this one together, because unfortunately that video didn't really come out as well. I will put Rush's thoughts into it, but Rush said that this is one of the most authentic lavenders he's ever smelled.
Oh, it's got kind of a, I can't think of a better word than sparkly at the moment. Bright, very bright, almost like there's a lot of aldehydes mixing with the lavender. I'm not sure if that's in there, but it's that bright that it's kind of giving me that feeling.
Okay.
Now, I haven't smelled actual lavender to relate to what Rush is saying, but I can speak on the quality, and it's definitely top notch.
Mm-hmm. And this is a very affordable fragrance. Like this is like about like $120 Canadian. That's like $95 USD.
Oh, if you can, anything niche that you can get in the sub $100 price point is usually a pretty good bargain. I mean, you know how it is with these luxury fragrances. Its starting point is usually in the $180 to $200 USD range for a good luxury fragrance. So this is definitely.
But that's if you get it online, though, not at.
Yeah, got to get it from a discounter for sure.
Yes, because they do sell this. Well, I'm not sure if they still sell these at like Bergdorf in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up buying like this one, I think at Bergdorf. Sorry, no, that's Amber Empire. No, the Big Bad Cedar. I did this one with rest in peace, Carlos, a couple years ago.
Rest in peace, my friend.
So
we're going to be discussing that one. I have a decant of the Big Bad Cedar.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing that one as well. It doesn't really remind me of Aqua Essenziale Blue. Is that the Ferragamo fragrance you were telling me that you were referring to?
Yeah, because of like how it's so prominent in lavender, I thought that it might smell.
I think the reason I don't get too much similarity to it is because I don't get a blast of tonka bean and cypriol oil, because that's what really separates Ferragamo Blue from a lot of the other blue fragrances. Is it has that tonka bean sweet powdery nature, but it also has that darker kind of earthy cypriol oil smell to it.
Okay. Well, what makes this one a little bit different is the hay and the honey.
That's what the hell I'm smelling. Hay, because there's something kind of dry, grassy about it that I just couldn't figure out what the hell it was. That's why I'm just sitting here sniffing and thinking.
So like all the original breakdown, top is geranium, rose, and basil. The mid is hay, honey, almond, and lavender, and the base is guaiac wood, oud, saffron, and amber. This is not. Here. Sorry.
There's oud in here. I'm kind of surprised to hear that because I don't really.
It's not a heavy oud at all. Not all that heavy at all.
I do get a lot of saffron though as it's settling down. It's warming up. It's getting a little bit
like
spicier.
A warm, spicy nuance. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The saffron on this is really nice. That that's what makes me like the fragrance a little bit more. It's not one of my personal faves. That's why I don't have a bottle of it. Just because
this has changed quite a bit here in just the 1 minute that I've been smelling it. It's quite different from the opening. It's got a lot more warm and spicy. The saffron's really, really prominent here with this one now.
Do you like that one though?
I do like this one a lot. When I was first smelling it, I was like, we probably shouldn't have started with what we started with because nothing's gonna be able to top it. But as this is drying, it's peaking. It's getting up there on the same level.
I don't know the other ones that I sent you though.
So, well, we'll just wait till we go through them.
Okay. All right.
But I got to tell you, the first two, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I still think that 24 Old Bond Street is going to be the one to beat here. This might be the one that has to be the first full bottle so far.
I was really looking forward to getting you a sample of this, but I just couldn't find it. Mm-hmm. This is one that you would love. Oud Save the King.
Oud Save the King.
Okay. I did a review with Mr. Zahara when he came up here, and he says this is pretty much sex in a bottle.
That sounds like something he would say.
It's so
shout outs to George.
It's so incredibly good though, but like it does have like some sex appeal to it, but it's a classy fragrance.
Lavender on the Rocks is changing so much. I'm actually starting to get a little bit of the oud. It's got a little bit of that deep warm wood smell to it. It's not really a medicinal smell.
Okay.
And that haze coming out a lot more, and it's dominated by saffron at this point. The lavender has taken a back seat.
Okay.
Damn, this is good, man. Both of these are great. That's going to be a challenge to pick one. Though. Well, it definitely jives with my taste because I do enjoy lavender, and I really like a good saffron note for sure.
Okay.
Oh, we have an interesting comment. Let me pull that up. Please, what's the issue with His Majesty the Oud? I can barely smell it on me after 10 minutes. Did I buy a bad bottle, or was it made to sit very close to the skin? I love the tea note of it, though. Very good question, Tony. Apparently, Chad is going to have you covered here in just a moment.
I got a travel spray of that I totally forgot about it.
Mm-hmm. So very good question. Very good question. Chad would be the guy to ask.
It's not a huge banger, but maybe it might be your skin chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the comment now.
Mm-hmm.
Like my travel spray, I get like 8 to 10 hours easily.
Yeah, but it's more about the projection for him. Okay. Can barely smell it on me after 10 minutes. It sits very close to the skin.
And I got to be completely honest. I have not worn this since like it's been a year. Like I did a review of this very one with he's retired now, Christo. He's living out in Western Canada, but he said it smells like cookies.
Like cookies.
Which maybe that's just his skin, but to me it doesn't. So His Majesty the Oud is like a flanker to this one here. This is unisex. You have Oud Save the Queen, which is marketed as women, and this is marketed as men. This would be the most masculine one of them all, and the Oud in this is actually a lot more oudy.
It's got that oudy type of, almost stinky type of appeal to it.
But it's actually done really well to the point where I like it, and I generally don't like oud. So,
well, next we are looking at Mint and Tonic. Is what we are going to do next from Atkinson's. Shout out to myfragrancesamples.com.
This is one of my personal favorites because it's just my taste.
Well, I mean, based on the name, I'm assuming extremely fresh. Mint and Tonic. I mean, that screams bright. Ooh, a lot of mint.
Did a video with Mr. Radolescence when he came up here.
Shout outs to Steven. A lot of mint.
Yeah.
Is there juniper in here?
I'll pull up the notes.
Like it's got a little bit of a juniper smell.
I got to be honest with you. I don't wear fragrances that I love, unfortunately, because I'm always in review mode, right?
Same. There's a lot of stuff that I just love that collect dust.
I got so many videos in queue that I just need to take a back, like just relax, but it's the workaholic in me. What were you asking? What note?
Is there juniper in here?
No. So it might be the ginger that you're getting.
Maybe so, because it definitely has that tonic water smell. Maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me because of the name as well. It's a heavy dose of mint, but it's more also, of a spearmint type of mint, I find.
Also lots of lime.
That could be adding to the effect for sure.
This one, unfortunately, does not last all that long, maybe 5 hours.
It doesn't smell like it would, but this is one of those scent profiles that I could see myself just constantly, like if it's on my arm, just constantly smelling it, or if it's on my chest, just over and over. This is extremely addictive because it's just so pleasing to the senses.
It's so refreshing.
Yeah.
Like to me, this is pretty much like you're wearing like khaki shorts and like a nice polo.
Yeah, Andrew, it's coming across very spearmint to me, even fresher than like a mint leaf.
Very green, but when you throw the lime and the ginger on top of that, it's wow. It does dry down to more of a musky base, though.
It's getting musky already. It's very clean, though. Very clean, super high heat type of fragrance. This is one of those super high heat index, humid days, muggy. This is that type of fragrance you need.
I find that most of their fragrances are, from my experience, they're more of the colder seasons, but they do have a few hot weather, such as that one.
Yeah, this one for sure.
Skilly Neroli reviewed this one with, I hate name dropping, but Carlos.
No worries. By all means, name drop.
This is more of a summer fragrance as well, spring, summer. But most of their stuff is a little bit more of the colder seasons. Like when not like some of them are like prime, like like Denver, like I'm out in the mountains, Denver type of cold.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Same
yeah,
with
we got
like,
plenty of cold right now. Trust me.
same with like when we get that North Arctic winter here. But a lot of their fragrances would do well with like 10 degrees Celsius. So I don't know, like 45 degrees Fahrenheit, I guess that would be, give or take.
Yeah,
They have a lot of fragrances that do very well in like the
that
0.
that milder cold, that 45 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a milder cold where you don't have to wear something super heavy, like a heavyweight hoodie or anything. You can
Yes.
wear midweight. So, Mr. Smelly in the house with the super chat. Hello, Ross and Chad. I gotta say, Chad, the beard looks awesome, and I have to agree.
I shaved it
Suits you.
2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to grow it. It got scruffy, like
And I fussed you for it too.
what's
So, what
that?
the hell is wrong with you? It looks great. Why the hell did you shave it? And then that's you're like, oh, I was getting scruffy and wild, and
Yes, like when I'm at work, I have to wear my mask.
Mhm.
So at the end of the night, it's like the whiskers all over the place.
It's all
I'm
over the place. Like you've been sleeping on one side of your face.
Yes.
Trust me, I get it. So, Dan, I greatly appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for that. Randalism in the house. Let's see, Chad, what is your affiliation with this house? Just know them.
I just came into the first time I heard about them was when I was in England where I met Dan back in November of 2016. So I was actually out with Dan, Smurfy Girly, Greggy Boy, who's not really doing anything right now. We pretty much started at the same time, like years ago. Wasim from Handsome Smells, Raj, this is Sentient Man, and a guy named Ty, who just kind of like stopped. We came across Dan. If you're watching, you might remember sorry, my French.
Yeah, he's still in here.
You might remember a fancy, like it was a fancy strip,
Mm-hmm.
and I just came across this boutique. And because I like things that are not really heavily talked about,
Mm-hmm.
I just fell in love with them. And then I started looking into them. And when I was in New York City,
You're the reason I even know of the brand is from seeing you feature them on video and review them.
and then and they don't get views at all, unfortunately. But when I went
to doesn't get views, it is what it is.
When I went to New York City, it was Halloween of 2016 or 17. No, it was 2017 because we went to England the year before.
Mm-hmm.
I was with BFL at Bergdorf,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started smelling them. I'm like, yo, these actually smell really good.
Like I can't stop smelling this. It's actually getting a little soapy.
Which, yes, the mint tonic does.
Yeah, mint and tonic. It's starting to get soapy as it dries down more and more because it's been several minutes at this point. So I'm really hitting the dry down on the paper, and I'm surprised it got soapier.
Yeah, and Mr. Smelly is right though. I took him into a dodgy dark alley, and we started
back alley.
Yeah. Michel Chardonnay sexual sugar daddy or something like that.
Freaking sketchy Chad over here.
Hey, Canadians are not all that nice, okay?
No.
Not as polite as people think we are.
So we're moving on. I'm assuming this is going to be a bit darker based on this ambery colored juice. Pirates Grand Reserve.
Don't have my sample is not here. It's Lord. Yeah, you're gonna like that one. It's a more of a unisex fragrance. Check my channel. Did a video of that one with Miss Lola Sense.
Very prominent floral tone. I just can't distinguish what yet.
The name itself is just
ambery. I find it to be quite ambery up top. What were you going to say about the name?
The name itself is just badass.
Yeah, it's different. Pirates Grand Reserve. So it's got a very prominent ambery smell to it up top.
Okay, well, it might be. Well, this one has rum, vanilla, cacao, heliotrope, jasmine. So this one
is a lot
is
of heliotrope. That makes sense. I smell a lot of that.
This one is quite powdery, and you do get that vanilla, and you're also going to get the booze. Loads of woods, throw in that cardamom, but there is like notes of like broom, clary sage, geranium, cashmere, musk, patchouli, and moss.
So on the paper, I'm getting a heavy dose of this heliotrope, and The booziness is very faint. I have a feeling on skin it would show up a lot more on the paper. It's not really popping for me. It's kind of falling flat.
I find that this one dies more so towards the ladies than just straight unisex.
This is different though, but I got to say on the paper, the heliotrope is just in my face. That is the most dominating note here for sure. It's a heavy dose.
And this one could be a little too femme. Like,
I think on skin it would be pretty feminine actually. I think the booziness would have to save it. It all depends on skin chemistry at that point. But
here, I'm just going to answer one question for Mr. Cuddles. The best all around as a signature scent would be Posh on the Green.
Say that again?
Posh on the Green.
Posh on the Green. And what's that similar to? Does that have kind of a green fougere kind of feel?
Very green herbal. It's I think it's a fougere. Class is a fougere. It has that old school but modern DNA at the same time.
Oh, so, I would like that. I would like that. I like my herbaceous fragrances, chypres, fougeres, stuff like that.
This is Rush's first bottle. So he liked it so much that he wanted a bottle, and I got him one for Christmas. Yeah,
with Pirates Grand Reserve, I think I'm gonna move on from that one. That one doesn't smell like anything I would ever be interested in getting a full bottle of. It's just it's like I'm just smelling heliotrope and vanilla with a little bit of an ambery smell, just nonstop. It's not changing or anything.
Like I said, it leans a lot more femme.
Yeah. So now, as you mentioned this one earlier, let's check out the Big Bad Cedar.
Ooh.
I'm curious because cedar can be good and cedar can be bad, and no pun intended for the name. That just kind of worked out. Whew, wow. This is potent. Like felt that in my eyes. It burned for a second. Jesus.
So this is like a super woody fragrance.
Yeah, this is straight wood.
But loads of Virginia cedar.
But Jesus. I don't pick up anything but cedar. It's just strictly a wood smell.
Okay, well, there's cardamom, broom, sage, loads of Virginia cedar, but there's oak and cashmere.
I get a little bit of that mossy smell. It's getting a little green, but that opening blast was just straight up cedar.
Yeah, it's a very dark juice.
Yeah, same here. It's actually not quite as dark in the decant.
Okay.
But in that bottle, it definitely looks very dark.
This is like a lot of these are all classes unisex, but I find that the one that you're smelling now more manly than anything.
Yeah, this is getting much greener, much faster. It's starting to pick up a chypre vibe, the mossy smell, you know?
Mm.
And even a little bit of a spice is creeping in, like a herbal green, almost fresh kind of spice is starting to creep in.
It might be the sage or it might be the cardamom.
Probably the cardamom, I would think. Because I don't think the sage is really going to give it much spice. But yeah, it's a heavy, heavy dose of cedar. Good God Almighty. So I appreciate everybody that's watching, all 47 of you currently.
But they got some great other fragrances. They got like the Excelsior Bouquet, which has like a nice, it's kind of vintagey as well, but it has like a really nice leather note.
Mm.
So it's got like leather. There's some a touch of florals and a little bit of herbalness to it.
Pretty dominating leather smell, would you say?
It's not like a Tom Ford Tuscan leather. It's a lot more fresher.
Gotcha. So it's more of a soft leather in the background kind of thing than this rough in your face leather.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is getting better and better by the moment as it dries. This now, granted, this is on a test strip, not on my skin. I would say this is super, super versatile and can dress down and dress up.
You're talking about the Big Bad Cedar?
Big Bad Cedar. Now, like I said, this is on the paper, but it smells like something that can do pretty much everything.
Well, how cold is it in Colorado right now?
Let's see what the current temperature is. It is currently 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's actually
so it's not super cold or anything today, but in 2 days, it's going to be 16 and the low is -1. So we got 3 days of snow coming after Sunday. So
it's like 9 degrees Celsius there.
Roughly. Yeah, it's not super cold. That's why I'm wearing this thin hoodie shirt. You know, I'm not even wearing a regular hoodie. It's a hoodie shirt. So
it's 1.4 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's way colder than what I'm dealing with. Yeah, I'm digging this, but I gotta say, let's check out Lavender on the Rocks one more time. I do like the Big Bad Cedar more than that, but not more than 24 Old Bond Street. I think 24 Old Bond Street is the best fragrance we've discussed here as far as the stuff I've smelled.
And that is definitely bottle worthy.
I think this is the one I need to get a bottle of. Have you seen it anywhere online recently?
Oh, yeah.
Like fragrancebuy.ca, anywhere like that?
Well, I can check right now, but mind you, I haven't I bought some stuff today when I told myself I wouldn't. But
Big Bad Cedar is pretty damn good though. This is my second favorite.
So yeah, you can actually get this Fragrance X perfume.com.
So a bunch of places have it currently. Yeah, I mean, I'll look later, but that's going to be the one I would need to get a bottle from. I think I'm going to buy a bottle. I got a haul planned. I'm thinking over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start shopping around with a couple of places. There's things like Stronger With You, Absolutely. Cedrat Boisé Intense. Like there's a couple of things that are at the top of my list, and this just jumped to the top too. This is going to be in my next fragrance haul. I haven't done a fragrance haul yet this year.
So on Fragrance X, you can get that one for about $125 American.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. I'm going to see what else they have to offer currently, because I'm going to try to buy from as few places as I can.
And from a niche company, they're a lot more affordable than like your Creeds, than your Killians.
Oh God, yeah, night and day. Because even with a fresh Creed, you're going to spend, close to $200 US.
Yeah,
on 100 ml.
Some of these will range as low as I've seen them as low as like $70 USD.
Mm-hmm.
But they have so many great stuff. Like if you like Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille without the price tag, then you know what? I'm drawing a brain fart. Let me just pull up my
Easy Sense. I appreciate the compliment. Ross and Chad are two of my favorite fragrance reviewers on the tube.
The Oddfellows Bouquet. That's it. I didn't.
Oddfellows Bouquet.
Yeah. So that one there is a more of a not really sweeter, but it's like Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. So.
Mm-hmm. Oud Save the King is my signature scent. I received it in a decant about a year ago. That fragrance kicked off my niche journey. So there you go.
But like a really underrated one is, that's the wrong one. Amber Empire.
Amber Empire. So based on the name, I would think it's a very amber heavy scent. Is it more benzoin or is it actually amber?
I think it's both.
Both.
But it's quite powdery, so it can be a little bit femme.
Yeah, but when it comes to a powdery amber, I usually enjoy them.
Okay.
Those don't really bother me. I usually like stuff like that.
Yeah, and this
Grand Soirs and stuff like that.
I think this came out in like 2013 or 14. It's one of their less talked about, and this only cost me like $105, I think. Mm-hmm. So like 85 USD.
Aroma from Heaven with the super chat, 279 Canadian. Fantastic live stream, guys. Love from Canada.
I think he's from Toronto.
Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. He comments on my videos all the time. He's a regular on the channel. A lot of people's videos. I appreciate you, Aroma from Heaven. Pretty much every video, actually. He's religiously watches, so he's definitely a friend of the community. He shows support to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times this guy has spammed asking this. What do you think about ultra male fragrance?
Don't care for it.
I like it. It's pretty synthetic. I don't love it. I do like it though, and it does work as advertised.
I'm not a big fan of JPG. Period. It's a solid scent, but I just find it has that younger person's vibe. That's all.
Oh, it's definitely a youthful scent. It definitely plays on, younger men looking to attract younger women. You know what I mean? And when I say younger, the world's crazy. I mean of age, you weird assholes that could be watching.
Wear what you want.
Yes.
Sometimes when I say like if I'm reviewing like a Diesel fragrance, I just find like Diesel and Guess, the brand. I just find that they're a little bit more for the younger people out there. You get some people's like, oh, well, I wear it all the time. It's like, okay, well, wear it.
Yeah, I mean, we're just giving our thoughts on our view on what it's suited for across the board, and that's a multitude of topics: age, apparel, seasons,
And I'll be the first to admit I am no professional.
Nor am I. Nor am I. I am a fragrance enthusiast. I just
Same
happen
here.
to record my thoughts on
my-
video.
That's it.
Yep.
So I'm not a pro. I'm not a professional. I'm not a
No aficionado, just an enthusiast.
exactly.
I just love it, and I've smelled a lot of stuff.
I don't take this hobby too seriously, like so many people do.
I agree completely, Andrew. This is going to be a 4-video day for you, Ross. LOL. 2 this morning, a live stream, and the one you mentioned to me last night. That's actually going to come out on Monday, Andrew. So no, not a 4-video day. I put out my reaction video to Justin's newest skit, and then I had a training shoe review that I put out a few hours later, and then now we have the live stream. Now, this is going to be it for content for the day. That's plenty of content today.
I ended up filming 3 videos myself today, so
I've been like a machine lately. I've been just inspired and in the mood, and then I have a couple new formats I've added to the channel, so I've just been working on a lot of stuff lately.
I did like a quick re-review of like Armani Code, but it was like an actual official travel bottle, like spray, like not like these, but like I love Armani. I just don't like the price tags. So
when you say Armani Code, is it the newest formula of the original?
Just the original, just the original code.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it's been through so many formulas. That's I have to say,
and I wouldn't even know that. But to me, it smells like exactly the same. That
it still smells so good.
Yes.
I have procrastinated getting. I haven't had a bottle in like 15 years. But every time we go somewhere that has the code line and I see a tester sitting there, I always spray it on my hand and walk around the store smelling. Yeah. It's so good.
Filmed that, and I also filmed the video. I'm actually doing with. Doesn't look like he's in the chat, but Dave Callie.
Shout out to Callie's Groom Room.
We're doing
he's probably at work right now.
Mercedes-Benz Man Private.
Yeah, I saw you posted your scent of the day a couple days ago. You wore that.
Yeah, it's actually like I'm starting to get into that brand. Like I'm not like gonna be like the new, like you know how excited I was like Ferragamo, I was Ferrari. Now I claim
you were a Ferrari guy for the longest time. Yes,
and I'm the self-proclaimed Bond bitch. Bond number 9 guy.
Yes, you are.
But like I'm not gonna be like the Ferrari, the Mercedes guy. But they got some really good stuff from what I smell.
So we're getting a little behind here. Let's see. I've watched 3 videos today. Well, I appreciate you, Randalism. Thank you, man. One of my favorite sayings, I'm not a professional, but I do this all the time. I like that. I'm not a professional, but I do this all the time. That's good. Chad, I'm going to pick up CK Euphoria Gold on the back of a few reviews you've done on that one. So there you go. You have influenced, my friend. You have influenced.
I'm not an influencer at all, though. So when
people have influence, though. You can claim to not be one, but when you put your thoughts out there, you have the potential to influence someone making or not making a purchase with what you have to say. That's reality.
Well, this is something I don't want to do like full time though. This is just like a little passion project.
Oh, here's a good one.
True Dat. I haven't seen him in a little while.
He pops in sporadically.
Yeah.
What are your top 3 Mercedes-Benz fragrances?
Select Night, Man Private, and I'm gonna say it, Infinite Spicy.
I've been wanting to try that one for the longest time. FragranceNet had it pop up in stock for a little while ago. It was like 3 months ago, and I looked at it, and I held off because I always try to wait for the non-tester to show up because I want the cap.
I don't care. The video that I did with Dave, it's a tester bottle, so I'm like I don't care.
So my current 3 favorites of the ones I have is Man Black, Club Black. Sorry, Mercedes-Benz Club Black, Mercedes-Benz Cologne. That's always going to be a favorite for me.
Okay, is it
the blue bottle?
Club Black.
That's the tall one. That's the ambery vanilla one.
Oh yes, I got that one.
That's the hype. That's the hype beast of the group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I think it would be the Select Night. That would be after that. Maybe.
See, I haven't gotten that one yet. I've had a bunch of people tell me I need to try it, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I have the original Select.
Tom Ford Noir Extreme.
Really?
On a budget.
It's that sweet?
It's so close. It's maybe a little bit more denser than the Tom Ford. But I did a video with Rush. I don't know if that video, if I remade the video or not. I can't remember. I think I did. I've had to redo some videos that I've done with him just because the quality wasn't, in the end, just didn't come out. But like he was a little he's having a bit of a tantrum on camera because he's like, shit, like I spent like $150 on like my Tom
And I
Ford.
could get this for 40.
You can get 3 of these for $40 each.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And my third one, and that not that many people have tried it, Mercedes-Benz Man Bright, the Perfume Mania exclusive.
I was looking at that one earlier. I ended up buying the blue, Man Blue, today.
So I want to get Man Gray. That's the next one on my radar from the Mercedes-Benz Man line.
I'll be right back. I'm still here.
I'm going to take a few more of these. So let's see. Rumors 1 Million Lucky will be discontinued. Is a really nice fragrance and should not get the axe when Elixir comes along. That Elixir is supposed to be coming to the States soon. I've heard that too about Lucky. I mean, I can't confirm nor deny anything. They did it to Privé. Why the hell not? Get rid of what, in my opinion, is the two best versions, the two best flankers, 1 Million Lucky and Privé.
Well, that's a really good one. Just a tester bottle, though. I don't have my infinite spicy, but yeah, you were talking about
There's
this
Club
one.
Black. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
I heard this one's pretty good. I haven't smelled it yet.
That's Mercedes-Benz Club Blue, right?
I
think is the name of it.
Haven't smelled it yet, though.
Mm-hmm.
But this one you would like. This
that's the one I'm interested in. Man Gray. That's the one that is on my radar next.
It's like amberwood, musk, very musky, very ambery. It's got some woods. It smells like a dad. That's what I find. Like a father.
Smells like a dad. There you go.
And I'm not a father, so
I'm a stepfather.
You may have seen my post yesterday on Facebook. So
let's see. Have I tried CK Euphoria Gold? I have not. I have Euphoria Intense, and it's meh. It's okay. I never wear it, but I haven't tried Euphoria Gold.
Euphoria Gold's good. So is the Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold, okay. And isn't there like Amber Gold or something? A Rose Gold. The Rose Gold one or something is supposed to be like.
So you have Euphoria Pure Gold, Amber Gold, Liquid Gold, and Pure.
I believe there's a Rose Gold one too.
I'm gonna have to look that
it's
one
like
up.
Super hard to find, from what I understand. It doesn't pop up anywhere.
But Liquid Gold, if you like saffron,
I love saffron.
Saffron and amber. Saffron and amber, and the other note I forget. There's only 3 notes.
Sounds. I mean, I'm already sold on saffron and amber. So
you're gonna like.
Have a great day, guys. Toasty, we appreciate you, my man. So this is a funny that you asked me this. All right. Shout out to my buddy Ken Sense. I haven't even opened the box yet. This is a bunch of Aaron Terrence Hughes decants and a bunch of other random stuff that he sent to me. I haven't even had an opportunity to open yet. So outside of Smolder, I haven't tried any ATH fragrances.
I haven't tried any of them yet.
But I have at least 3 or 4 or 5, something like that. He sent me a bunch of them. Boss Bitch and all kinds of slut. All kinds of them.
Yeah, the names are pretty provocative.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
What are you wearing? I'm wearing Boss Bitch. I'm like,
yeah, I'm wearing
where you go.
What are you wearing today, slut? Why'd you call me a slut? No, I'm wearing slut.
Yeah, well, it's just like some names I'm like, I'm kind of reluctant to kind of wear at work just in case like they ask. It's kind of like I made a joke because I did like a spoof video of Michael Germain or Michel Germain, sexual sugar daddy. And I said something like we're in the Me Too era now, and if like you wear that, so it says, what are you wearing? And then you say it, then down the hall you go.
So here's an interesting one. Grown Man Style says, "Hey guys, I'm late to the party. What's your 2022 best cheapie?"
So far,
early in the year to call that.
This is mine.
It's a tough one. Does it have to be something I've picked up? Because I haven't picked up many fragrances so far this year. But as far as the cheapie I've been wearing the most so far, would probably, because I've pulled it out a few times. Pepe Jean's Celebrate for Him.
I got
really
two
been having a good love affair with that. I actually wore it day before yesterday too. Really, really like that one. It's amazing for $20 USD. You can get a tester for $20.
I got 2 travel sprays of. I never heard of Pepe Jeans. I only bought them because they're so cheap.
Yeah, and I've heard that Cocktails is pretty good, and the original is decent. And there's a black flanker. I don't know what it's supposed to smell like. Somebody recommended it to me in the video where I featured Celebrate for Him the other day.
I got a question for you. When are you coming up to TO?
I have no idea. I couldn't even begin to tell you when.
You never
Obviously, I
been.
wouldn't come there without getting with you and Rush, you know.
What's
But
the
I
furthest north that you've been then?
Chicago and New York. That's the
Okay.
two. I mean, different spots in the country, but that's the furthest north I've been
Yeah.
in the Midwest, and then in the East.
I don't consider Chicago Midwest though. It's just because
Because
it's
it's
not.
really in the middle. It's not
It's
even Midwest.
almost
It's pretty much in the middle.
kinda like I find like the Dakotas, like Dakotas in Wisconsin, is more like the middle. You know.
Yeah. Because if you look at the actual shape of it, I guess it's because when you look at the bulk size, because the East Coast is so small up in the corner, you know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah, Chicago's a great city
geographically.
though.
I
Chicago's a
always
great
have
city.
fun when I go. It's always a good time, you
Well,
know. I
we're
enjoy
actually watching a show called Power Book Force
it. Mhm,
with 50 Cent. Like
mhm,
he's part of like the creative team or director.
mhm. Oh yeah, I know the show.
Oh, it's like oh we recognize there, we recognize there. It's like yeah,
Mhm.
it's great.
So let's see. Man Gray is great too. Forgot I had a sample of it. Thanks, gentlemen. I bought MB Bright because of you, and it's excellent. So it's kind of got an opening of Bleu de Chanel with a Tonka Bean dominant dry down. If you like Tonka Bean, you'll like it. If you don't like Tonka Bean, you'll hate the fragrance.
I just want to answer Kyler Bourne. If you come to Canada, go to Vancouver. If you like the
25
West,
samples. Whew. Speaking of Kyler, he's got 25 samples of ATH fragrances. Is that like all of them?
he's got that many fragrances. Period.
Yeah, that's 25 is quite the collection.
I didn't think that Aaron had that many releases.
I didn't know he had that many either. I thought it was like 12 or 13. That's a lot. 25. Unaverage Joe in the house. How are you, my friend? That's the real king of the stream. He's on every stream.
Oh, I know. Joe is everywhere.
Only stream he's not on is this one currently. But he's been on a bunch of my streams.
It's all
You
over
turn
the
on a
place.
fragrance channel stream, you're going to find Joe.
We pretty much started at the same time.
Yeah, I love Joe, man. Joe is awesome. Joe's been around a long, long time. Took his little hiatus, and he's back. And I love his IG stuff, his IG content.
He's a great host too, because he took me around Atlanta a number of times.
Mm-hmm. Euphoria Amber Gold. I had and recommended to your channel. It's the rose gold color. See, that's where I heard it from. Was from Joe.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. So it's Amber Gold that I was referring to. So I was slipping my mind. My apologies for not giving you credit. I didn't realize it was you that told me that, Joe. But
first time I ever seen that video was actually from Mr. Controversy himself, Kevin Samuels, a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Controversy makes a ton of money, so I'm not going to hate on that man. I don't watch him, but hey,
neither do I.
You know,
we all move on.
Him. I mean, recently I follow Future on Instagram, and I saw Kevin Samuels is in Future's newest video, so he's doing big things.
He made Entertainment Tonight, so.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. He did like an IG with who was it? Nicki Minaj, I believe it was.
I'm not surprised. He's all over the place now. That's what I'm saying. People can hate on him all they want. He's doing shit.
It's kind of funny. Well, it is funny though, because like Nicki Minaj, like she's West Indian, right? She's from the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a lot of my friends, all my friends here are pretty much like Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
So like she's like bomba clot and blood clot, rust clot, you know, and like, he's like,
yeah,
what does that mean? I'm like, oh god, Kevin.
I'm playing dumb.
It's not exactly nice words.
So let's see. Great cheaper alternative to ombre leather.
I can't.
Everything I have with the Tuscan leather scent profile is niche, so I can't really weigh in because ombre leather would be much more affordable than the stuff I have that smells like ombre leather. Any suggestions, Chad?
I don't think I was a fan of that. I think I reviewed that one with. Actually, let me look it up. I might have reviewed it with Rush.
Unaverage Joe in the house. Sweet. Can't wait for the reviews.
No, I did not.
Here we go.
It was Beau de Jour.
Actually, it's funny that you say that, Justin. If you go to the beginning of the stream, that's the first fragrance we discussed. If you just want to slide it back and rewind the video towards the beginning, that's exactly the first fragrance we discussed.
Mr. Smell is asking, where did he go wrong? Well, if he wore the tuxedo from the very start.
So I'm way behind because I didn't even see Dan's comment yet. I'm still scrolling to get down.
If Dan just wore that tuxedo from the very beginning, just never know where you'd be at.
So here it is. Kevin Samuels started at the same time as me on YouTube. Where did I go wrong? Well, you're late to the game on being controversial, I guess. I don't know. You're much more controversial these days, Dan.
Yes, yes, he is.
Oh, he had me cracking up with the video yesterday.
Yeah, I saw
With the
that. I'm
five
like, then I
most
started
hated
reading the
YouTube
comments. I'm
fragrance
like,
reviewers. I loved it. I loved
I
it.
started reading
He
the
nailed
comments.
it.
Like, don't ever read the comments.
Oh, I loved it. I loved
That's
it. It
what
was hilarious. He
I
nailed it.
have a hard time going on some of the chats nowadays because like all it is trolls, and it's
Oh,
all.
yeah.
It's like, okay, I need a detox. So,
Yeah. And
but like when I saw, I was like, oh, it's like
when I saw the thumbnail, I said, "Oh my god, what the hell are you doing, Dan?" Then I watched the video and I was like,
Yeah.
"Wow, this is great." I commented, I shared the video. I was like, "He nailed it. This is well composed."
Yeah, he likes to push the envelope.
Because yeah, Dan, when I saw the thumbnail, I was, "Oh my god, really?"
He
That's
likes
what
to
the
push
hell
the
they
envelope a
put me
little
in
bit.
there.
Well, hey, it gets you clicks, right?
It definitely got clicks, I'm sure.
So, but no, like
No need to apologize, Dan. I loved it. I thought it was a great video.
Dan's
He
feeding the
nailed it.
beast. Dan's feeding the beast, and he's like,
Oh yeah.
let's see what kind of emotions I could kind of provoke. And then it's like, oh shit, it's actually a nice video, you know?
Yeah, it was a really good video. He's very accurate on why the five of us get hated on. That's right. You're damn right. Is La Nuit de L'Homme? What about the La Nuit de L'Homme Le Parfum version? What exactly are you looking for here? Can you give us a little bit more detail on your question? Because I love that fragrance. That's one of my.
I have the
personal
original
favorites.
formulation thanks to Joe. I still got that
Oh, so you
30
have one of
ml
old
bottle.
bottles. So you got an old bottle. See,
Yeah.
my bottle is like 2018, so it's not
Wow.
real old.
I think
I still love it.
Joe gave me one in 2014, or was it 15 when I met him?
Okay. Oh, so he's just asking for our opinion. So I think it's a bit more refined than La Nuit de L'Homme. It still pulls the same vibe, but on a slightly more matured level because it's not as sweet and powdery, but it still has a fruity sweetness instead of some of that powdery sweetness that the cardamom gives off of the original. And then it's a bit more aromatic. It's lavender, black pepper, and fruits versus the lavender and the cardamom being dominant. So it's not quite as powdery and it's a little bit smoother.
There's a fragrance I recently came into. It wasn't YSL. Oh no, Bleu Electric. I find like the latest one really has that.
Bleu Electric.
Yeah, I find it has like it's very similar. Like I'm wearing it now because I'm hoping to review it tomorrow with the wife. But it really smells a lot like it's more of a fresher version than the original.
The difference I find is they increase the lavender a bit, and that's pretty much it. That's really the only difference I pick up from old bottles. Yeah, because I've smelled the old bottles. I just have a newer one of the original. Mine's a 2018 bottle. There, it's the lighter color juice. It's a weaker one, but supposedly that's discontinued. Bleu Electric,
like the one in like what 2017 or 2018, it smells really good too, though.
Yeah, I got the lighter color juice. It's one of the first batches when it got a lighter color, or as people would say, watered down. It still performs decent. It's like a 7-hour fragrance on my skin. If you need a fragrance to go out to dinner with your wife that lasts longer than 7 hours, I don't know what kind of dates you're going on.
I wish though that the company wouldn't discontinue all their fragrances. Like they discontinued so many of them.
Especially one that's a hit like Bleu Electric. Like it sells out everywhere. Macy's did the 1-day sale. That's how I got my 60 ml. It was like $45. It was like a fire sale months and months ago, and it was spreading through the community. Everybody bought them up, and I would think the community alone building hype around it would have been enough to keep it on the market longer than this. You know, at least 2 years on the market. You know, but supposedly it's done for.
The only one that I think they still keep around in production is the original Lom.
Yeah, and now we got Lom Eau De Parfum. I haven't tried it yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be underwhelming.
I was looking at like Ultime, the sport one.
Ultime's so good.
The what's the Libre? Because I wanted to review all these in the spring, but like I'm looking at them, it's like, oh, they're like $200 a piece now because they're discontinued. It's like, what's the point?
Oh, so here we go. Joe confirms 2012, 2013-ish.
Yeah, I still got it. Let me get it.
Yeah, Bleu Electric is impossible to get now. It has an amazing opening. It's great. It's great. I recommend it over the original every time if you can find a bottle. But I still recommend, like I did in the video the other day, I still recommend the Eau de Parfum, the Le Parfum, and the L'Intense over the original. I think they're better fragrances.
Okay, I can't find the bottle, but this one actually has YSL vibes. La Nuit de
Yes.
l'Homme vibes.
Yes.
It's
yes, Seductive Homme Bleu.
Yeah, it's just a more spring version.
And I just want to take a quick moment, thank all, well, it was 89 when I started this sentence, but 86 of you that are currently watching. We do appreciate it. We kind of got away from our original topic, but that's usually how the streams go for me. We'll start off down a path and then end up just shooting the shit about whatever, taking comments and stuff. This is actually majority of how my live streams go. I like to interact with the audience. That you want to watch, I want to talk, you know. So here we go. Let's see. Do you think 1 Million Lucky has been reformulated, or is it my nose? I can barely smell it after 3 hours. The new version has black glass. Really?
I have to be honest. There's some companies I just don't go out of my way. Like JPG, Paco Rabanne 1 Million, I just don't. Yes, I don't unless it's like super cheap and I can just blind buy it, which is still not smart. I gotta admit that.
You can get them cheap though. I get them cheap as hell, under $20 US all the time. Every time
you guys get the better deals. Like your rack stores are way better than ours.
Well, from what I can tell, because they got TK Maxx over in Europe, and apparently here in the States, the rack stores are like the best rack stores in the world as far as, but they've dried up quite a bit from how they used to be. It's not like it used to be. It's harder to find really good stuff these days.
It's like whenever we go to the States, we always have to stop off at a TJ Maxx. Wife is adamant, you know. TJ Maxx.
We go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I don't go to Ross as much, but I like Burlington, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. That's my place.
For her, it's TJ Maxx and Marshalls. The Marshalls,
the same company.
The Marshalls there is actually better than here.
Interesting.
So
let's see. I'm getting behind. All team for the win. Shout out to Icon de Parfum. Are there any fragrances that you guys keep yourself?
I keep most of my stuff. To be honest.
I keep everything.
I do have a shoebox that I'm looking at right now that I got stuff that I need to sell, but
I got decants coming out of my ears that like I said, that box from Kin, I haven't even opened yet. I have so many decants. Like I put these to the side so I could save it for a purpose for us to do this.
In regards to the comment, the same guy commenting, you talking about this view here?
Oh, that's a beautiful view. Damn, I didn't know you had that view.
Yeah, the summertime though. Well, just the sunsets period. Even at this time of the year, they're still fantastic.
Grown man style. What do you guys send of the day? Mine is Chrome Extreme. Great choice, my man. I am wearing Parfums Percival.
I have one. It's hard to come by, sample wise. Actually, which one? Oh yeah, this one here. Bentley Radiant Osmanthus.
There you go.
So I got 2 samples and I got another one that I'm going to be reviewing. Vibrant Hibiscus from Bentley. This is says Soul at the very bottom, right there. So I guess I'm thinking it's like a dedication to the city. And this one says Kyoto.
That makes sense. They're still kind of pricey. The bottles when you find it,
they are
$100.
$165, €165. So when you convert that, that's like $200 Canadian or plus.
Wow.
But you can get the vetiver one that you did.
The vetiver one I have, which I have.
Vetiver, you can get exotic musk.
That's the one I'd like to try.
Cashmere wood is just phenomenal. Or majestic cashmere, that's it.
Majestic cashmere, yeah.
You can get that for about $80, like when you convert that to your currency.
Yeah, because they're definitely much higher quality than the standard Bentley fragrances. Oh, you can definitely tell the difference, guys. For those of you that are curious, because you're used to seeing $30 for a Bentley fragrance, and these are priced so much more, there's a reason for that. I want to ask you about Dunhill Century, because you said you don't like it, even though you think it's really nice and lasts a lot for Dunhill. I don't care for it. It has that wood shop, bland, creamy wood smell on my skin. It does last. It's okay at best. It's not something I reach for. I actually regret buying it because it's just going to sit there because I don't turn around and sell them. You know,
for me, it just has too much of a vintage vibe.
It's so bland. It's blah to me. There's nothing really exciting about it.
I'm boring myself, so I don't mind my boring fragrances. So.
Fit your aura.
Hey, you know what? Listen, guy. Like when I'm on my time, because I serve the general public, and I like the noise and the volume of people, I don't want to be around anybody. So the fact that I'm spending some time with you actually means I give a shit about you. Okay.
I know. Love you too.
I
I had a ship to store of Blue Electric at Macy's on Black Friday. They ended up losing it. Wrong move shipping the store. That sucks.
Oh man.
That sucks when they lose your package like that. Rack stores nowadays are, and here's he follows it up, whack. Yeah, for the most part, they have been. You can still find stuff on occasion. Keep your eyes peeled. It's not as plentiful and like finding gold easily like it used to be. Chad used to love your reviews when you could see out your balcony. So, that's the comment you were referring to. Yes, I'm way behind. Let me see. I'm gonna have to skip a few comments, guys. I try not to skip too many. That's where I get behind.
You know, the reason why I haven't filmed out there, well, okay, it's just the time of the year, and it's really windy out right now. But it's just even when I'm speaking like at a normal tone, like I have a loud voice. Like sometimes, like when I'm speaking to my wife, she says like, you know, can you lower the volume? Because I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just it comes from work. So even sometimes when I'm filming, like, and I got my camera set up right there, I'm
screaming, sit out.
I'm talking loudly, right? And then like, but I don't know this. So like even when I'm speaking in this tone, people above and below can hear. That's why I don't really film on the balcony all that much.
Makes sense. You don't want everybody to have to hear it or risk them complaining about it or anything like that.
Well, and the area that I live in it's one of the busiest intersections in this part of the city. But like you do hear a lot of people, but I just don't want to be one of those people. Like, yes, I can be loud, but I don't intend to be loud, and I don't want to be loud.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kyler, on occasion, it's very rare. Usually people are in the zone and they're focused on what they're doing. I mean, I smell different fragrances all the time, but I don't stop somebody and say, hey, man, I think you're wearing this, or what are you wearing? I can't pinpoint what it is, because being me and smelling all these fragrances, that's what's going on in my head, is I'm trying to figure out what the hell they're wearing, but I don't want to disturb anybody, and I'm kind of in my zone.
When I used to go to the gym, that is the key word. I personally, I don't like fragrances at gyms just because they could.
I like subtle, close, just fresh.
But there was this one guy. He must have been 20 feet away, and he was wearing balm, and the menthol was just nauseating.
I smell that there's this one particular dude that works out in my gym. He wears Eros every day. And I smell him every time he walks by, and he'll have been gone for 15 feet and I can still smell him. He probably sprays it 10 times because it's heavy. I always know when he's at the gym because I'll smell Eros. I'll look around and there he is.
That's one fragrance I just don't like.
I like Eros, but I smell it all the time, and I've gotten to where I associate it with inappropriate for the gym. It's because it's like, if I can smell you from like 2 car lengths away, you shouldn't be wearing that to the gym. My opinion, of course, wear whatever you want. But
so, like, this is like a couple years ago. I was talking to my old trainer. He owns a fitness studio, right? And it's like, would you do like a best gym, like a smell and rate of best gym fragrance? He's like, no, because I don't believe in fragrances at the gym.
And look, a lot of people, and I totally get where people are coming from with that. As long as you got deodorant on, you should be fine, because nobody wants to smell musky and nasty.
Yeah.
Wear your deodorant, people.
There was one time I went to the gym. Like, this is like when I was like first into this, like when I first got into YouTube, and it was just a fresh. He's like, oh, dude, please, no.
Yeah, like I don't spray but 2, maybe 3 sprays, and it's usually something that's not loud, lasts like 3 hours, just so I can have a little bit of freshness going on. It's for me. I'm not wearing it for anybody but for me, you know.
I think
it's a thing for me.
I think mine was like Versace Pour Homme.
Yeah, see, that's subtle. That's not loud.
But it depends on the body chemistry. And
yeah, it must have been pushing off of you pretty good. And it was years ago, so it was a lot stronger years ago, too.
Yeah.
Whereas the bottle I have a couple years
ago. I? Now I'm just...
still strong, just in different ways.
Dad bod times 2.
There you go.
I am taking better care of myself, though. I am eating healthier, but it's just the moving around part is the tough part.
Have you tried the Blue Dunhill Sentry? I have not.
I think I tried it one time. It wasn't memorable to me.
That didn't make you say, ooh, I need this?
No.
Let's see. Randos, yep. Nordstrom Rack has a lot of frags. They may cost a little more than Burlington, but they have. Yeah, Nordstrom Rack usually has a lot. Like you can always find some Tommy Bahama fragrances. You can always find Lom Eau.
Vince
That's always there.
Camuto.
Vince Camuto always has at least 2 of their fragrances there.
Yeah.
The women's, they always have them. Solaire and all that other stuff. They're always. My wife has a couple of those.
Yeah, my wife really likes the Vince Camuto line.
Yeah, mine too. She has. I forgot which 2 she has.
Solares, she used to have that one, but or like the female version, maybe.
Yeah, whatever it's called. It starts with an S.
But they had their stores everywhere, and they all closed them down.
We got one down the road. I go to it here and there. I just don't see anything where it's like
a Vince Camuto store.
Oh, you mean a Vince Camuto store? Okay.
Yeah, they had one at the Eaton Center, which is like the downtown mall.
So he much prefers the Icon line to the Century line as far as freshies. Shout outs to Mr. Dan Naughton. Tonight will be Prada Lom Intense. Excellent choice, Mike. Excellent choice. And so I guess Icon is better than Century for you. I don't have any of the Icon fragrances. Do you have any of them? I know Justin's got a bunch of them.
No, I don't have any. I got a whole bunch of Dunhills. I just don't have any from the Icon line.
Yeah, I've got my fair share of Dunhills. I just have nothing from the Icon line.
Their latest one, I think it's the Racing Blue.
Something like that. They have like Racing Red and Racing Blue or 2 of them.
It's the fresher version of Dolce & Gabbana, the one. I did I have videos that I filmed last April on my birthday that I haven't even released yet.
Oh Jesus!
Like yeah, so like so the Bentley, I did a smell note with the wife, like last April, and I just released it last month. I got a Bond number 9 video.
What's your private video list look like on YouTube Studio? Good Lord.
Well, what do I have in queue? Like, you know what? I'll even pull it up. Like, I can't pull it up on.
You don't have to do that. We're not.
I'll even say what I got, guy.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my problem is that I'm always working. I just can't turn it off. Right? Yeah. I've always been like that. Even when I was at like my regular job, so I have Penhaligon's Roaring Radcliffe. I got a battle with the wife between Spice Bomb and the Extreme. Lacoste Elegance, which just doesn't get any talk.
So you haven't released the Spice Bomb battle video yet? I'm shocked. That would be a good video, especially with the wife.
I did this one earlier in the month. I did You Like It, I Can't Stand It, Mancera Black Vanilla.
Yeah, I do. I just featured it in my women's fragrances men can wear.
Emporio Armani Black Diamond, Cared for Him. I got so then Dunhill Racing, Icon Racing Blue. Calvin Klein Truth, and I did 2 smell rates. So one was Bond number 9. That was on my birthday last April. And then I got another one of smell and rate of Best Tommy Hilfiger. I have to learn how to like just relax.
Well, look, I get it. You get in the mood to shoot some content. You have an idea on your mind, something's fresh that you've been wearing. You want to talk about it. I get it. Yeah. It's our hobby, you know?
Yeah, but I need to like learn how to like scale back and just ease, right?
Yeah, it's not that easy. When you're the type that's always going, it's hard to just sit down and.
Well, you could probably see that on video when I speak very fast.
Yeah.
Even George Zaharoff's like, you have a lot of anxious energy. I'm like, I know.
I'm like that too. I get anxious. I get to talking fast, and especially if I get excited about something. Oh yeah, I get to talk.
Yeah, fast. Same here, guy. Same here.
And I'm loud, just like you. We're twins in so many ways.
How far are you from Boulder?
About 2 hours.
Okay, that's not.
I'm gonna say it's not too far. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm an hour and a half from Denver. Let's check. I'm not.
I've always wanted to go to Denver because of the Rocky Mountains.
Denver's something else, though, man. It's there's tents everywhere.
Oh, it's like
a homeless capital of the world in Denver.
Oh, I thought that would be California, like LA.
No, from what I understand, I think Denver has overtaken them.
Oh, that's sad.
Hour and a half. So I'm only 92 miles from Boulder. So just as far.
So
just a little bit past Denver.
What's the population of your area?
It's dense. I'm in Colorado Springs. It's very dense. This is one of the more popular places that everybody's moving to from around the country.
Oh, okay.
Colorado, Texas, and Florida are three of the hot spots where people have been. I mean, I moved here from Texas because it's quality of life is enhanced here because there's so much scenery and outdoor things to do.
And
It's
I
a very
remember
outdoors area.
And I remember you saying in a comment that it's cooler.
It's every sense of the word, the temperature, the climate, and it's just a cooler place to be at. There's always something going on. There's something to do. There's things that are unique to the town, but it's not, it's even calling it a town. It's population of a small city, very small city. But I mean, I would think, I haven't checked, but it's got to be over 100,000 people easily.
Oh, wow. Like I live in the burbs of
Very
Toronto.
dense.
Like my area has 750,000.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're in Toronto area.
I live in the burbs. I live in the burbs of Toronto. Like when you go just north, you have Brampton that has like 600,000, and just east of me is Etobicoke, which is Toronto itself, but it's like amalgamated, right? So it's kind of like Toronto at one time. Like so, you have like York, Scarborough, North York, East York, Etobicoke, Toronto itself. It's kind of like New York. You know how you have like all the boroughs like Bronx, Harlem, Queens, Brooklyn, and
oh yeah,
but it's all amalgamated into one city now.
Okay then. So that's where the population number comes from. They kind of grouped everything together.
Yeah, except for like the city where I live, it's a suburb, but it's its own city jurisdiction. You just wouldn't be able to tell that you're in Mississauga if you're not from the Greater Toronto Area or GTA.
Well, there we go. Here's one. Must be nice. It must be nice. My area is dead. Haha. I love the outdoors. It is very nice out here. Well, tomorrow, we're supposed to go on a hike, me and my wife, because it's going to be a high of 57. That's the warmest it will have been in a couple of weeks. And the snow's just gotten to where it's cleared a good bit on the paths. So we're going to go take advantage of that because it's about to snow for 3 more days after Sunday.
How many inches of snow do you have right now?
When we had that winter weather storm come through, we had got about 16 inches of snow, and it stayed. And then it snowed again a couple of days later. It snowed real heavy for a few hours and kind of built back up what did slightly melt. So we kind of been stuck with this solid 8 inches to a foot of snow on the ground.
Oh, so you guys got a blizzard.
Wow. We did get a blizzard not long ago, and it's stuck. And that's the thing, because it never warmed up enough. Even though we're so much closer to the sun, that's the trade-off from not being in the South. You're below sea level. It's more muggy and humid, and it's a wet type of, humid heat. Whereas here it's a drier heat, but you're closer to the sun, so you still cook, no matter how you look at it.
It's kind of like where I'm originally
from. 30 degrees outside, when you're in your car, it might feel like it's 55 degrees outside with the sun just baking your face,
There's a comment, like your latest comment from Waterboy315. Like, love me some Caribana Festival. It's the largest, I think it's the largest Caribbean festival in North America. So it's called like the Scotia Caribbean Festival now. It used to be called Caribana, but it got bought out by one of the banks.
What do you think of Hugo Boss Just Different? Do you consider it a green fragrance?
I like it. It's a good scent. It's not talked about. It's an older scent, yeah. But it's like green. You get that fruity apple.
That's a lot of apple up top. It gets a little bit of an Invictus comparison, which I get very faint from it, but I can see where some people would compare it. But it's like you were saying, that green apple note, so prominent up top. It's a very crisp green apple. It's a decent fragrance. I have a little 40 ml of it. I never wear it though. I haven't worn it and I couldn't tell you how long. That's the downside to having a lot of fragrances. It doesn't wow me enough to make me reach for it, I'm originally from
Algonquin Park. That's a beautiful place.
Is that around where you're at?
It's about an hour and a half from here. It's a huge provincial state kind of park. It's I don't know how true it is, but like per capita, it's the most frequent place in the world to hear wolves howl.
Did not know that.
I don't know if that's true or not, but like
sounds like that could be annoying to live in that area.
A lot of conservationists will go to that park just to study wolves and wildlife.
Don't want to get
we
caught
also
out there at
have
night by yourself.
so we also have well, Last of the Mohicans definitely knows about this. Roots is part of like it's one of the largest like Canadian stores in our country,
Mhm.
and it was founded by two Americans that came up. I don't know where, maybe New York State. I'm not sure, but they went to Algonquin Park. They loved it so much that they created this. You know what? Here, hold on. This was a gift from my wife. So like they do like outdoor gear. Like, so I don't know if you could see the. Oh no, it's too dark.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
there it is.
material.
Roots.
It's
Yeah,
got a
right
kind
there.
of reflective.
Yeah,
kind of
so
heat.
like you have like the beaver, and then you got roots underneath. Like it's, whenever I go up to New York, I always give like some shirts to some of the guys, and they like that's like 4 or 5 years ago, and they still have it because the material is so good and it's so comfortable. It's not cheap though.
It doesn't look cheap. It looks pretty thick too.
Oh, it's so like when my wife gave me, I'm like, it's pajamas. Like, no, it's with jogging, like sweatpants. I'm like, they
That's some
don't look like
joggers.
it, but it's so comfortable.
So I'm gonna take this last one that I just saw what time it is. I actually have somewhere I have to go in a little bit, so we're gonna have to cut
Oh,
this
good.
down here in a minute.
I have to
Unfortunately,
make it's my night tonight for making dinner.
so you got to cook in a little bit too. I actually have a roast in a crock pot too. I'm
So
glad you mentioned that.
it's
That's
dinner
next.
and a movie tonight. So I think we're watching.
It's dinner and a movie for us too.
It's a coin toss between. Oh shit! The new. Oh, it's an English movie, spy movie. The Kingsman. Kingsman. The Kingsman 3 or something like that, or the latest Ghostbusters.
I want to watch the newest Ghostbusters. The last movie night, a couple nights ago, we did "Marry Me," the new Jennifer Lopez Owen Wilson movie. It's actually a pretty good romantic comedy. She wanted to watch. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
Did you see the House of Gucci?
No, I need to.
That
I've heard it's awesome.
I honestly didn't think I was going to like it.
I heard it was great.
One of the best movies I've seen in the last year alone.
You know who's been on me about needing to watch that? George Zaharoff. He's like, I can't believe, because he went watch it the night it came out in theaters.
Well, that's George's fashion too.
Yeah, like he knows the story of when it happened back then, you know. So,
but like,
yeah, he's been on me about it.
Lady Gaga's in it. I'm like, that woman is fine.
Lady
Gaga.
She is as versatile as they come with her range.
She is sensational.
She can do it all.
I'm not a fan of her music, but like she could sing.
Yeah, but she can do it all.
Like, I'm not into pop music, but yeah, she is just like a Swiss Army knife.
Mm-hmm.
She's like
that's a good way to put it.
She's the female version of The Rock, minus like the muscles.
You know what? I love The
Dwayne
Rock.
Johnson. You know,
I am avid Dwayne Johnson fan. Have been since the '90s.
Same here.
So, well, Chad, I appreciate you coming on here and doing this, man. I appreciate you sending
me. Thank you very much for having me, guy.
Absolutely. Guys, make sure you check out A Gentleman's Journey. If for some reason you haven't checked out Chad's content before, Chad's been around many, many years, about 9 or 10 years now, right, Chad?
It'll be 9 years in August. I just want to say one thing. Just don't mind the channel trailer. I just changed it today. I'm trying to get that one up to 1,000 views. It's a no BS one. So it's like 10 tips to navigate the Gong Show that Fragcom can.
Oh yeah, I love that video. I remember that video is not that old. That's just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it up to 1,000 views. That's why it's at like a channel trailer.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny that you use that as your channel trailer.
It's a little controversial.
I'm saying. It's funny that you put that as your channel trailer.
I don't care anymore, guys. Like, I'm not gonna blow up. I'm not gonna become this big name, and that's
There's
okay.
no reason to blow up.
So
there's no reason to blow up, man. People take shots at me, trolls talk shit. What am I do? Get worked up and grab people by the throat through a camera?
Listen, I've had my job doxed. I've had a troll from California find out where I worked, call the employer. So that's why I'm like super politically correct in a sense. I try not to swear. I try to come across as more professional now because my employer is watching, unfortunately. So I can't, like you
loose like you used to.
Yeah. So you have to behave like a lot of people don't understand. It's like, well, you're just a bus driver. There's a lot of politics, unfortunately, to it. You're a you're a representation of the organization.
That's true. That is very, very true. You represent them at all times.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
So that's why I'm a little bit more tamer than I used to be. I guess maybe it's old age too. I don't know.
No, older, wiser. But Chad, thank you again. I greatly appreciate it. We've had a lot of comments if we need to do this again, so we will set something up in the future and do this again. From time to time, you'll see us on each other's channels. We've been going back and forth for over 2 years doing this kind of stuff. This is just the first time.
Let's talk about cheapies. Just cheapies next time.
Well, we are the cheapie king.
I'm the original king, but you took my crown.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's our thing. We need to talk cheapies. We talked niche today, but we got to talk.
You stole my cheapie crown. Now I'm the queen instead of.
And I wasn't even after any crowns.
Well, shit, you took it from me, you bastard.
No, you anointed me that. That was your doing. Well, I hope you have a wonderful evening with your wife. Thank you, everybody that's still here that watched. Even if it was for just 1 minute, we sure appreciate you. Make sure to check out A Gentleman's Journey on YouTube. And y'all have a good one, guys.
Thanks for having me, Ross. Take care.
Absolutely.